All right, my fellow Call of Duty Elite Game and Stub Muffin athletes. Happy you are here. Appreciate you. Thank you for dropping by, watching the videos and all that, man. Hey, thankful for all my fans out there. You guys are wonderful people. If you are new here, before I go any further, I hate doing this, but you know what? I get better responses when I ask. I'm keeping it real. I keep it real on this channel, guys. Love it or leave it. But when I ask people to subscribe, if they aren't subscribed, and I ask people to hit the like button if they haven't done so, it makes a difference, because I guess people just don't remember to do that for some reason. It's weird. Mr. Beast even told me about that. So, hey, subscribe. Hit the like button. Thank you. Love you. Now, on with the video. It has been rumored that there is actual skill-based matchmaking in Xdefiant. It has been rumored that it is not just in the welcome playlist. And I was doing some research and looking at comments and looking at videos. Namely, I watched this one video here by this game, Jack of All Trades. I'll use that as an example. It's not the biggest video on the topic at all, but it is one of the most recent ones from yesterday. And the comments are kind of cool, too, on it that sort of line up with the point I'm trying to make in this video. And I don't think there's skill-based matchmaking in the Xdefiant video game that's not the welcome playlist. And but the point is, it doesn't matter. And a lot of people we all know hate the skill-based matchmaking in Call of Duty and swear that's what's ruining the fun in Call of Duty. But what I'm seeing, also, by the way, Jack of All Trades here is saying there is no skill-based matchmaking. But I'm looking at the comments, and if you look at comments on videos that discuss skill-based matchmaking with Xdefiant, you will see that people say there is skill-based matchmaking, and then you'll see people that say there isn't skill-based matchmaking. But the point is, it is irregardless if there's skill-based matchmaking in Xdefiant or Call of Duty. For someone like myself who plays both games, I have a hard time differentiating between the two for the most part. Now, there are different reasons for people having different experiences when it comes to Xdefiant or Call of Duty, whether or not they enjoy the game with its skill-based matchmaking or whether it does or doesn't. And the reasons are this. Now, most people playing Xdefiant, or just first-person shooters in general, I've been saying this for a long time, and I said before this whole Xdefiant thing came out, I said this on multiple videos, that skill-based matchmaking is not the problem with Call of Duty or first-person shooters. Skill-based matchmaking is a symptom of the disease, and the disease itself, whether you think it's a disease or not, is the sweats, the TTV nerds, and just the overall competitiveness of video games, namely online shooters and online multiplayer games. I mean, all the way from Dota to League of Legends to PUBG to Call of Duty or Xdefiant. Doesn't matter what it is just very competitive now. And skill-based matchmaking is actually an answer to those people who play very hard to try to protect just the really, really bad players. And the reason why that the real eureka moment you're all going to have with this video, and the reason why that most of us playing Call of Duty or Xdefiant, namely now, think that Xdefiant does have skill-based matchmaking because it's so sweaty, is because if you're just like a slightly above average, or not even average, but just, maybe even just average, but if you're just like a slightly, above average or a pretty okay player at these video games, skill-based matchmaking really is not going to affect you. It is skill-based matchmaking. You're going to be put into the widest player-based lobby. Like, if you're average or just slightly above average, everybody's pretty much all together, more or less. You're going to have sweats, and you're going to have all the average dudes. But if you're really shitty, that's what a skill-based matchmaking probably protects you, because the majority of the people playing these video games, the majority of people playing Xdefiant, the majority of people playing online shooters nowadays, or just online multiplayers, everyone, for the most part, is pretty solid or decent. So skill-based matchmaking or not, you're just going to have sweats, in almost every lobby. You're going to have a bunch of people know how to play the video game, regardless if there's sweats or not, or skill-based matchmaking or not, rather. And you're not going to really be able to tell the difference, as I can see by comments. It doesn't really make a difference. If you go and read the comments, it is more or less almost always the same thing. I don't think there is any skill-based matchmaking. I think the overall gamers are just better today versus 15 years ago, and I think social media has kind of made the meta-crunching more prevalent. I've been saying that forever. All these YouTubers and all these Warzone loadout websites and whatnot just push people to use the meta weapons only, because why would you not use the best weapon when you're going up against a bunch of people that are really good at the game? Why would you give yourself a disadvantage? And that just leads to everybody using the same loadout, same weapons, same classes. Everything's always the same. And I've been saying that for a long time, that, these people have actually ruined the game by constantly showing you what weapons are the best. So everybody just goes to YouTube, watches it, and then that's the weapons they use, and no one experiments anymore. Okay, here's a guy right here. Of course it's an absolute sweat fest ever since Season 1. See, those are people's experiences, and I see those comments on a lot of videos and a lot of tweets and a lot of just, posts about skill-based matchmaking with Xdefiant and how people can't tell the difference. And like I said, it's just the way it is nowadays. So, like with Call of Duty, skill-based matchmaking or not, you're going to just experience the same game, same kind of, players. And a point too, like for skill-based matchmaking, to argue against that it makes a difference. If you look at people who are just good at the game, who don't cheat, and I talk about this guy a lot because the only guy I actually know who's good at the game, who's not a fucking dweeb beta male sucking the tit of the establishment type guy, is the Rick. And that guy has like a 2 or 3 KD and is an absolute slayer in Call of Duty, and he streams all the time. And it's obvious he's not cheating, doesn't use an aimbot or none of that Corona shit, just plays the game. He's like 24, 25 years old, I believe. And if skill-based matchmaking actually existed to the point where it was detrimental to really good players, he wouldn't be having a 2 to 3 KD. Like, skill-based matchmaking would put him, with people who are, you push him down to a 1. You know what I'm saying? It's just the point is that skill-based matchmaking, if it has it or doesn't have it, is irregardless, because it's just a massive majority of people who play the video games are very good or average or pretty good, and it's just Sweatville no matter what. And the skill-based matchmaking just protects the really, really, really bad people pretty much nowadays. And that's how it is, man. If you want to accept it, you don't have to. That's just my opinion, which I think is pretty factually based on evidence, anecdotal evidence, and other people's evidence. And I'm right. I know I'm right. Thanks for watching the video. Bye.